Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
Chances are he's more about talking big than actually getting far in his career. He might impress people with his excitement and style, and he loves to dream and share plans, but the follow through just isn't there. When faced with real, boring, or tough tasks, he can get upset easily and may even give up or blame others.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to break down rather than bounce back. He gets upset quickly and might react with anger or harsh words when things don't go his way. Instead of calmly finding solutions, he could lose his temper or just withdraw and stop trying.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He may often end up fighting with people at work. His blunt way of speaking and quick temper can rub others the wrong way, even if he means well deep down. If you want a peaceful partner with many friends at work, he might not fit that picture.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he may feel proud for you but also become quite sensitive and even jealous at times. He wants to care and support you, but deep down, your success might make him feel insecure or left behind. Be prepared for ups and downs and know that you might need to encourage and reassure him often.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, there's a good chance he will feel insecure and secretly resent you if you earn more than him. While he might not always say it out loud, you may notice signs. He could get easily irritated, pull away, or say hurtful things when money comes up. His pride might get bruised, and instead of talking about it openly, he could bottle up his feelings or lash out during arguments.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is likely to handle money carefully and prefers things to be organized. You probably won't see reckless shopping or random spending sprees from him. If you ever worry about wasteful spending, he's someone who will try to avoid that.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
Most of the time, he lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He prefers a life that feels organized and comfortable rather than flashy or fake. If anything, he might sometimes come across as strict or cautious when it comes to spending.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite kind and caring, always willing to help or comfort others when needed. However, when it comes to money, he can be a bit strict and careful, not one to spend easily or without a good reason. His heart is warm, but he believes in being practical and not wasting resources.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be controlling than secretive when it comes to money. He may want to keep things in order and insist that spending happens his way, sometimes making you feel a bit restricted. He doesn't like surprises with money and can get upset if things aren't managed the way he prefers.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done properly and on time, but he may expect you to take the main responsibility for it. He's someone who likes everything to be neat and in order, so he might point out things that need cleaning or fixing around the house. You could find yourself doing most of the housework unless you clearly discuss and set expectations together from the start.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
Most likely, he will help by supervising and pointing out what needs to be done rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and doing chores or handling diapers himself. You may hear him say what he thinks should be improved and notice him checking if things are done correctly. He likes to keep things in order but feels more comfortable giving instructions than getting his hands dirty.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he argues to prove he's right rather than truly trying to understand your side. He's quick to stand his ground, and when things don't go his way, he can get loud or harsh in his words. It may leave you feeling unheard or frustrated.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often says hurtful things or acts aggressive instead of staying respectful. His temper is quick and he doesn't hold back when he's upset, so you might hear sharp words, raised voices, or even see him slam doors or walk away suddenly. He doesn't easily control his emotions in the moment, and this can make arguments feel much bigger and scarier than they need to be.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he's the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, and this is definitely a red flag you should not ignore. Quick temper can make a relationship stressful and even unsafe, especially if anger turns into shouting, name calling, or other aggressive actions. It can also leave you feeling anxious or like you have to walk on eggshells.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very difficult to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. Instead, he is much more likely to blame you or someone else, even for small mistakes. When an argument happens, he may point fingers or make excuses instead of looking at his own actions.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to fully respect your boundaries, especially when he wants something or feels strongly about it. If you say no or ask for space, he might not accept it easily. He could argue, push back, or try to change your mind instead of simply listening and stopping. His strong willed nature and quick temper mean he can sometimes ignore what you need or make you feel guilty for standing your ground.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel rejected or hurt, and instead of respecting your feelings, he might get upset, make sharp remarks, or withdraw from you emotionally. If you need understanding and patience on this matter, it may be a challenge with him, as his feelings can easily get hurt and lead to arguments.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You need to be careful with him when it comes to private moments. If he feels angry or hurt after a fight, there is a risk he might bring up personal things you shared together in ways that can embarrass or upset you. Trust is fragile with someone like this because you might worry about what he could say when emotions run high.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He can be easily distracted by other women, especially when things aren't going smoothly between you two. His lively and outgoing nature means he likes attention and excitement. And if he feels bored or upset, his eyes might wander. While he may not always act on these feelings, you could notice him flirting or paying a little too much attention to others at times.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he's likely to be over possessive, showing signs of jealousy and wanting to control what you do or who you speak to. He might question your actions, keep a close eye on your friendships, or get upset if you spend time with others without him. This kind of behavior can feel suffocating and make you feel like you have to report every small detail.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might seem like a protective nature is often just a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you, but you'll notice that his concern turns into rules, restrictions, or trying to decide things for you. True protection means support and respect, but control takes away your freedom.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He's likely to expect you to do most of the parenting work rather than seeing it as a true team effort. Although he might step in for certain tasks or when things are fun, the daily responsibility and emotional side of taking care of the kids will probably fall on you. He can be quick to point out what needs to be done or how things should be managed, but doesn't always share the load himself.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. His patience runs out quickly, and he may react with harsh words, loud voices, or even anger if things aren't done his way. This can leave the children feeling anxious or scared to come to him with problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may not fully support you as both a mother and your own person. While he wants things well managed at home, he can be strict about what he expects from you and may put most of the family responsibilities on your shoulders. Remember, you deserve to feel valued for all sides of who you are.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later ask you to quit after you have a child. He likes things organized according to his rules and may expect you to shift all your attention to home and family, sometimes without considering what you want. His support can change once the family grows, leaving you feeling trapped or pressured to give up your job.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. He may do what's expected, greet them, and follow basic manners, but true affection or deep connection may not be there. He sees respect as following rules and basic formalities, not building close, loving bonds. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust for him rather than making much effort on his own.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He can lose his temper quickly and react with sharp words or angry silence, which can turn a small family problem into a much bigger issue. This approach can lead to hurt feelings on both sides and make you feel caught in the middle.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern with you in private but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When you're alone, he may be relaxed about your choices and lifestyle, but his attitude often changes at family gatherings or in front of elders. You may feel confused or pressured by these sudden changes, so it's important to talk openly about what you want and set clear boundaries before marriage.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with his family rather than support you. Instead of stepping in or standing up for you, he will probably expect you to adjust or sort things out yourself to keep the peace. If you value strong support during tough times, this is something to consider carefully.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He does show signs of being a mummy's boy, meaning his mother's opinions and wishes will often come first for him. In a conflict between you and his mother, it's likely he'll choose her side or try to avoid taking any side at all. This can make you feel undervalued and alone, especially when you need understanding from your husband.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. If there's a problem between you two, he may turn to them for advice or to vent instead of solving things just between you and him. This can lead to your personal issues becoming family gossip and make you feel your privacy is lost.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel like living with someone who is strict, quick tempered, and often wants things his own way. You may always be trying to keep the peace, doing most of the work at home and adjusting your habits to fit his standards.